All right, howdy, folks. So today is 25 January 2021. I got about 8:20 a.m., so I'm headed home. Probably go kick back a little bit. I need to wash clothes. Got done with doing lift rides. I've been up since 5:30 this morning, and probably go get a workout on. So I wanted to get right into it and talk about on this segment. Well, Joe Biden has decided to strip away that license for the Keystone XXL Pipeline. Okay, so for some people, for many people that was working on that pipeline, it's very, very unpopular. For many people that were in support of Joe Biden, I guess it figure it's essential, all right, because of environmental hazards and all that, and maybe it was somewhat a favor because these interest groups or that type of stuff had supported Joe Biden in as far as in him getting the elected president. So I don't know. It's just I'm impartial about it. Okay, and I went back and forth with this thing as somebody that used to be in the petroleum field. Okay, most of that time when I was in the Army, I did 20 years working on petroleum supply, and I ended up exiting that profession in 2016 to do what I'm doing now. I do a lot of series of gig work, and I'm getting my full-blown retirement from the Army and VA. But that's a segment for another day. So this costs us about 28,000 jobs for people that's already been working on the pipeline. So let me explain how this thing works. So the Keystone Pipeline that exists now, and I didn't even know that they were already finished on it, but they're working on it now. If you look at it from my right, your left, it starts like in let's see here, Alberta. Okay, I'm pointing right here. Just imagine me pointing straight ahead, okay, to a dot, making a dot. And the existing one, it goes a few hundred miles east. I believe it goes to Manitoba, and then it goes south. Okay, it's going to go through I think the Dakotas, Iowa, Kansas, like Oklahoma, all the way down to like the Texas Gulf. Somewhere around the Texas-Louisiana area. I didn't get a chance to look at the map. Somewhere around that area, okay? But I do know it goes to the Gulf. That's the old one, all right? Now, the new XL pipeline is going to be at that same spot, but it's going to cross over. It's going to cross over diagonally through Alberta, a little bit of Saskatchewan, Montana. Let's see, what else? What's underneath Montana? I believe it's Nebraska. On down, it's going to go like, it's going to go that way, and it's going to join that old pipeline somewhere like in Iowa, somewhere, okay? And they'll have a couple other subsidiary pipelines coming off that main pipeline, okay? I believe like going to Illinois and another one going to probably like Wyoming or something, all right? I don't have the map, okay? So that would have been at least probably 20,000 more jobs. Then you have, let's say if these pipelines, and even if the new pipeline cuts through places where they have like U.S. highways and interstate highways, that would have been probably like pump stations where regional transport people could pick up that oil, okay, and transport it regionally to other refineries, let's just say in Colorado or Wyoming or Oklahoma, those places, and they can refine that stuff into gasoline. All right. Not only that, but they could have had many spin-off professions, like let's just say gas stations. I don't know, like Walmarts, little restaurants and stuff, like those little diners. Okay, so those could have been like many towns that could have developed out of those areas, maybe 500 people. Okay, they'll have other maybe services like laundry or hotels, that type of stuff. Okay, for the people that worked in town. So that cuts all that off. That could have been probably a potential, let's say, 100,000 jobs, good paying jobs too. Even the Keystone Pipeline, from what I understand, those are between $50 and $80. Now, even the spinoff jobs could have been like what, $20, $25 an hour and so forth. Okay, that would have rejuvenated a lot of revenue, but they would have brought back a lot of the jobs that the government that was complaining about. Okay, so let's just say 20 years ago, all right, let me say this: that pipeline that was in Alberta, they had the ability to stretch that out all the way to Alaska, because they have an unbelievable stash of oil in Alaska. Okay, but this is what the government was complaining about. So before 9/11, when they was getting a lot of that oil from Kuwait and Iraq, or like let's see here, South America, Britain. Okay. Let me see here. How do I want to address this? All right. The gas, it was like what, $1 a gallon, but after 9/11, the gas was creeping up to $3 and then $5 a gallon. All right. By the time President Bush got out of office, okay, and because a lot of that gas was coming overseas, and you have to pay for that gas. Rather, okay, we could have got it here, and we could have saved a lot of that money. All right, because yes, you do pay an import tax for anything that's brought overseas. Now, the fuel in the Gulf, I understand, okay, because the environmental spills, they've had several spills, and they had that really bad fuel spill back in 2010. I can understand that, okay? So yeah, okay, I think that the decision to cap off those oil derricks in the Gulf was a good decision, whatever, because it is bad politically, all right, and it is a big environmental threat, all right, to a lot of our wildlife out there. Okay, it should be the last resort. I can see that. Actually, President Obama said, okay, you could build the oil pipeline in 2015, and then he vetoed it in 2017. When Joe Biden was the president, he had upheld that president's decision. Well, that was after that fuel spill that they had up in, I believe it was North Dakota on the Indian reservation. It was 200,000 gallons of oil and all that, okay? So I could probably see at that time, okay, politically wise, with the change in the government. Now, President Trump had said, okay, well, we're going to open that back up so we can be able to have jobs. I could probably see that part. Once again, hopefully the native tribe had, they got paid off or whatever. All right, they worked out some type of deal to negotiate before they had continue with the XL pipeline. But one thing I didn't know was it was something like 70 or 80 pipelines that were going across the Canada border. So what difference does it make? Because the new pipeline, yes, it's going to go through Indian reservations, but the states I was telling you about, Montana, Nebraska, western part of those states or whatever, there's nothing out there. There's just trees, prairie land, okay, and grass and all that. So I'm just thinking, if they have, pump stations, if they can do this thing right and do it safe, and they have some type of containment plan or whatever, okay, that this can be pulled off. Again, I believe that there's a political angle on this, and I believe that some of the oil companies are pushing against this. Now, the Prime Minister in Canada was like, man, that we need this pipeline so we can stimulate jobs and all that, stimulate the economy anyway. So it's like for 1 second they complain about not having these jobs and going away overseas, and then they would try to bring them back, and then it's like they take them away. So here you have it. Okay, as long as Joe Biden is president or whatever, and I'm not trying to make this a political thing, then the pipeline is going to be revoked in the meanwhile. All right, so that's just the way this thing is going to have to, the way this, the ball bounces. So I guess they're going to look at getting this thing oil from other areas. Syria, maybe Iran. And just so you know, Iran has got the largest oil field in the world, okay? We don't know what's going to happen there. I think I know, but that's a subject for another day, guys. So you guys that have been affected by that, okay, the cancellation, yeah, you guys are going to have to just find something else to do or find another place to work. And a lot of those oil jobs are going away, as you see. The jobs in North Dakota is going away. The jobs down there in the Gulf has already went away. And a lot of jobs in Midland has went away. So you guys, again, you're going to have to resort probably to getting paid less, relocating to another area, or you're going to have to find something else to do and make whatever proper adjustments. Like I say, I used to be in fuel, and look at what I'm doing now. Now, lo and behold, I'm getting paid for the Army and the VA, but you have to make the proper adjustments until the work comes back up. So that's one of the few aggressive policies that President Biden has done, coming straight from the gates, and it is what it is. Find another way. So if you like this video, feel free to subscribe, leave your comments, likes, and shares, and stay tuned for the next video. Okay, and hang in there, folks.